For this week's segment on ADvice, we are talking packaging and just how important it is. Ryan Townend is here, CEO of William Joseph Communications. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. Explain to me, why does packaging deserve all this attention?
Packaging is huge. So when you think about going into a store, you might know what you're looking for, but you start looking at the shelves and all of a sudden there's something that catches your eye. And so the package and the brand and all those attributes start speaking to you. And so we as marketers have to carefully craft that packaging to get your attention.
Okay, let's talk about two examples that have just nailed it, we should say. McDonald's and Kinder Surprise.
Oh, well, when you think about memorable packaging, everybody knows the golden arches.
Yes.
And they bring happiness to your table. Like, look at that, it's smiling at you. How could you not see that as a happy meal?
Look at it. So happy, I love it.
So happy.
Okay, number two, Kinder Surprise, because that also has some fun going on.
Yeah, so you start, when you think of the packaging of the Kinder Surprise, it is the chocolate. You get to eat the packaging. Sure. How amazing is that? So it's all about the unwrapping experience. So when you think about packaging, it's not only what it looks like, but it's how you actually unwrap it to get to the product.
Okay. Three key things you're saying to take into consideration. First of all, differentiate.
So first, yeah, absolutely. So again, just go back to the shelf in the grocery store. There's hundreds of products that are selling similar things to what you're selling. How are you going to stand out amongst the crowd? You have to have a package that speaks to your customer.
Okay, number two, trigger an emotional connection.
Right, so there's packaging that we see that we really like. There's packaging that we love. There's packaging that we even keep after we've used the product because we love it so much we want to use it for other things. So the more you can make people love your packaging, the more likely your brand is going to stick around after.
Okay, third, this is interesting. Passes the child test.
Child test. So if I told you to go into told a child to go into a grocery store and find this type of product with these types of attributes, it should be easy for them to see it and find it. Because again, it stands out from the crowd and it's easily recognizable based on what I told you to go look for.
Yeah.
Neutral and generic doesn't work.
And take me through this. Does this just work for business to companies, or does this also work for business to business for packaging?
Yeah, so again, when you think about a business to business relationship, there's attributes that and experiences that you're communicating daily. You're giving reports, you're giving business cards, you're giving thank you notes and baskets and this, that, and the other. You have to think like how you deliver your message to your customer also has to be of high quality and value and unique and match your brand. So even in this scenario, you do have to think about those touch points being at a certain caliber to represent who you are.
Okay, great. Now you've got four things that we need to take into consideration that you kind of take people through when they're creating their packaging. The first, you said, is shape.
Shape. So packaging doesn't have to be a box, right? We think of a box or a traditional bottle. Shape could really be something much more innovative. So when we think of, for example, like Nike, so they're like the Nike Air is actually
cool is this?
Suspended in air. Is that not wild?
That's so cool.
So cool, right?
I like it. Okay, number two, function.
Function. So is the packaging something that people can use? So with a company, for example, Better Butter, these are little packets of butter that the cover or the lid is actually a knife that they can use to spread the butter.
I feel like this would also work for yogurt. Patent pending, just kidding. All right, color.
Color. So you don't have to go extremely wild. Some of the most sophisticated and memorable brands are white, simple. So you think of, like, for example, Apple and all of their packaging. It's very iconic, and you can see it very simply going, oh, I think that's Apple, just by the color.
You're right. Who would have thought white? But you're right. You totally associate that with Apple. Okay,
for sure.
Last one, experience. And we've got a couple examples because these are fun.
So it's the unpackaging that you have to think about. What is that experience the customer is going to go through? So who doesn't go through Christmas without cracking the chocolate?
The smashing, what is it, Terry's chocolate orange.
Exactly. So a part of the experience of unwrapping the product is the smash and break apart.
Oh, I like that. That's fun. Okay, number two, the Pizza Hut, the Blockbuster pizza box. I have not seen this, but I want to.
So the tray table has a lens in it so that you can attach to the box, put your smartphone, boom, you have a projector.
What?
Right? So like movie and a pizza in the box? I don't know, it's pretty crazy.
But whoever came up with that, gold star for you. Munchin' raspberries.
Well, look at these packages. The little guys are eating the raspberries right through the package, right? So you can see really where packaging is much more than just a box. It tells a story and it starts alluding to really the brand and the experience you're gonna have when you buy that product.
Okay, I like that. That's kind of your concluding thoughts, I would say. That kind of sums it up nicely.
Exactly. Make sure that you stand out from the crowd and have a great experience in wrapping your product.
Okay, perfect. I love it. We learned all about packaging on this segment of ADvice. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Thank you.